Hey there, Heather Boyd Wire here.
Today I'm making some simple wire and bead earrings that you can make and sell. I will link up my earrings to make and sell ebook in the description. You are going to need 20 gauge wire. I have 8mm beads, some earring hooks, and also my tweezer nose pliers, my flush cutters, the looping pliers, and some more round nose pliers. So for the simplest ones, we are just going to put some 20 gauge wire through, leaving about 1/2 inch at the top, and wind the wire around the bead, one full time around the bead, and then around to the back behind that vertical wire. So from there, we're going to take the end and twist it around the top of the wire. And then we need our flush cutters, and we're going to clip it flush. From there we could push down that little pokey end, squeeze it in a bit if you need to. Make sure it's cut to about 3/8 to 1/2 inch. And then we are going to get our round nose pliers, and we're going to take the wire and bend it at an angle and around to form a nice loop that is centered at the top. And you can take your flat pliers to straighten it out. And then I'm just taking these stainless steel earring hooks that are pre-made and slipping on the little beaded pendant to make the earrings. So now we're doing the teardrop style. We're going to put an 8mm bead on the wire, and we just want it centered, and we're going to bend the wire to either side. So they're going vertically now, and we're going to curve it out with our thumb, flip it, and curve it around the other side to form a teardrop. From there, we'll stack the wires and hold them with our tweezer nose pliers and bend the back wire around one full turn. Then we'll get our flush cutters, and we are going to clip that flush. So after that, we'll get our flat pliers and hold it and bend the wire at an angle, and then get our looping pliers and bring the wire around into a loop that's centered at the top. So we're going to take the end now, and we want to wind it around so it goes just below that little wind at the top. Hold it with our flush cutters, and then we're going to clip it and get our tweezer nose pliers and push in that little pokey end, squeeze it a little bit to make sure it's in a good position. And now we're going to make our own hooks. So you are going to use a hypoallergenic wire. You can use argentium or sterling silver or any other wire you have that is hypoallergenic. We're using our looping pliers to make a little loop at the bottom, so just curve the wire around and make a little half bend so the loop is centered. Now we're going to stack them up, one on top of the other. Push it at the bottom to make sure they're stacked, and now we're going to get our looping pliers, hold it in the position you want, and curve the wires around. I have some other tutorials for earring hooks that I will link up in the description. So just curve the wires around and then bend them out a little bit at an angle, and from there we're going to clip the ends flush. And now you see the hooks are the same size. So we need to soften up the end. This is a burr cup tool. You can just rotate it around the end to soften up that end so it's not scratchy, or you can use a jewelry file. And I like to place the file on the table and just rub the end on there. So now we're going to open it up, put on our earring, close up the hook. You can also hammer these earring hooks to make them more stiff. And for this design with the herringbone, we're going to take the 8mm, this is a cat's eye bead, we're going to rotate the wire up halfway, bend it around the top of the wire, and then around to the back of that initial wire. So bring it around to the back, but then hop over that vertical wire to twist it around the top. So we're just hop over, bring it all the way around, and we're going to go around again, bring it to the back, just curve it around to the back, and then bring it to the front of the vertical wire. And just give it a full turn around there, tug it a little bit so it's nice and snug, and then you can clip it flush and cut that end to about 3/8 to 1/2 inch. Push in the little pokey end, bring the wire back and around to make a centered loop. Make sure it's pressed down. So there's our simple herringbone earrings, and if you want to make them a little bit more fancy, we're just going to go around a few more times. So now we're going to take, this is the 8mm Miracle Bead, and as we did before, we're going to bring it around once and then curve the wire around to the back of that initial wire and then hop over the vertical wire and bring it all the way around, and then we're going to go down again, bring it behind those wires so they're at the back, and then this is going to come around in front of that vertical wire. So we've got that one, and then we're going to go one more time around to the back, curve it all the way around. We have quite a few wires there, so just push them down to make sure it stays in place. And then once we have those wires, we're going to hop over to the front and finish it off. So now we're going to curve it around. Just to finish it off, give it a good little tug, and then we're going to clip it flush with the flush cutters. Pinch in that little end, and then we're going to cut it to 3/8 to 1/2 inch. And again, get our round pliers, bend the wire back and around to make a centered loop. Press it down so it's not scratchy. And we're going to make our hooks again. This time we're just going to curve it, just a little half curve there. Stack them up together as we did before. Make sure they're even. And then I'm going to use the end of a pen to bring that wire around to make the hook, and then bring that wire out at a little angle, and then we're going to cut it flush. Now we're going to open up the hook. Be sure that you file the end first to make sure it's nice and soft. Close it up, and there you have your more fancy herringbone earrings. Be sure to check out my Earrings to Make and Sell ebook in the description below.
So thanks so much for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more wire art and jewelry making videos. And if you'd like to share photos of your wire art and jewelry, be sure to join the Wire Makers Club on Facebook. And if you'd like to check out my work on Etsy, my husband and I specialize in custom wedding cake toppers and funky jewelry. I also have a mailing list, so if you'd like to sign up below, I'll send you my Wire Art Essentials ebook. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you the next time.